From vandalism to hunters, James Harvey says trespassing is all too common on his land. Just last week, he found evidence that hunters had been on his Vanscoy property.
I'm frustrated with it. You know, you'd like to have some rules in place that you can use.
Farmers like Harvey have been calling for a crackdown on rural crime. Now the province has responded. It's launching a review of its trespassing laws. Should Saskatchewan legislation provide that all access by members of the public to rural property requires the prior express permission of the rural landowner or occupier, regardless of the activity, and failure to secure that consent constitutes an offence? If so, how should such permission be sought and granted? This is part of a questionnaire on the government's website. The push to change the law started in March. It follows the high-profile case of Saskatchewan farmer Gerald Stanley. He was accused of killing an Indigenous man who came onto his land. Stanley was later acquitted of that crime. Despite this, the president of the Saskatchewan Association of Rural Municipalities says the change is not about that case.
I don't think it's connected at all, because the Trespass Act that we have in Saskatchewan was brought in quite a number of years ago. So we were consulted then, as well as all the agriculture groups were consulted. And we had some issues about the act then possibly not being stiff enough.
SARM is supporting the change to make it illegal for anyone to enter a rural property without permission. But questions remain about how that would work. How would a person ask for permission? And what if that person is just asking for help? And would it really deter anybody whose intention was to break the law anyway?
I guess it is a deterrent. You know, there is that aspect out there. Maybe there's some people will say, yeah, you know, I could be charged, but again, it'll depend on how steep the fine is and, you know, how good is your policing to pick them up and prosecute them afterwards.
Alicia Bridges, CBC News, Vanscoy, Saskatchewan.